Some of you may not have learned squat from the Kyle Rittenhouse case, but allow me to enlighten you. Outside of your own personal property, your own store, your own life, and your loved ones, going to a protest with this is only gonna get you in trouble. I understand. I get it, right? We wanna protect our neighborhoods. We wanna fight for what's right. People are burning shit down, they're throwing things, whatever. You know what? They got insurance, right? I mean, I'd hate to say it, but outside of Kyle Rittenhouse clear cut his day. Self-defense. Did he get himself in trouble by having an AR-15? You can make the argument, I guess, but hey, everybody there had a damn gun, and he had as much right to be there as anyone else. Lots of people there with guns that shouldn't have. Guys walking around with guns unholstered, shooting them in the air, whatever. I mean, if you're gonna go, I guess, if you're gonna go and protect property, this is what you would need to do that. I'm going to say it again, because some of you don't listen very well. Don't go is the best way to get out of a confrontation as far as protest and rioting. The best way to avoid it is to avoid it. Now, what in the world do you need this for then? Well, obvious, right? Protect. This is the ultimate tool. We'll call it a tool because that's what it is. It's a tool. When a man needs a tool, he has the right tool for the job, right? There is no, if I have a tough time, I mean, I'd hate to be the bearer of bad news, guys, but if you don't have an AR-15 to protect your family, I'm probably not going to call you much of a man. I mean, you're being a little bitch, all right? Just saying. So quit being a little bitch. Tell the wifey, hey, we need to have this. I'll get a safe. It's got to get done. But if you do get yourself into these predicaments, rioting, protesting, you know, I've been there and I've done it. I've lived in the area. I live in Iowa now. I'm free of all of this nonsense. There's none of that shit goes on here. Okay. I lived in Philadelphia when all that stuff went down with George Floyd and the other character and the other character and the other character. I was there. I was in the thick of it. My house was in the center of it. We've all seen it. Some of you may not know, but to backtrack, basically my house was in the middle of the rioting, the looting, the thrashing of the neighborhoods, the craziness, and I was right there. So having been there and then putting myself in an even worse situation by going to protect a store and whatever, I know what you need and what you don't, you know. And honestly, the best thing to do, I'm not just talking about driving through, you know, hey, I had to go to the doctor. There was a protest down the street. I just happened to have to drive through. This is not what happened to me. I lived, like I was there, I would live there. So, and many of us have been through that. Some of you lived in Los Angeles, some of you live in New York, you know, Seattle, Portland, you know, Dallas, all these places, right? Austin. So, you know, what do? You know, if you do have to be in these situations, what are some of the things that you need? Well, an AR-15 is great to have, but you're not going to, don't carry this in your car. You're going to, you know, if you want to, sure, but I'm warning you, this is going to get you in trouble, okay? Having this in your car, I mean, sure, you know, if you have to, fine, right? You'll make your own decision. If you're going to go to a protest and you're going to do that and you're going to gun up, you know, honestly, just don't go. But like, if you're going to do it, sure, okay, this is what you would want. But if you're just driving to the doctor's office, I mean, you're going to bring your AR-15 with you everywhere you go. You know, I don't think so. I mean, for me, being in a situation, how do you think you're going to fare when we look at what Kyle Rittenhouse? He had all these lawyers all over TV. It was, you know, clear as cut day on video film of self-defense that anybody has ever seen, yet he still had to go through the whole deal. So how do you think, how I think it's going to work out for you? You know, so sure, do what you want. I'd leave it home. Don't go or avoid it as the best you can. Another thing, though, that look into, you know, I'm not going to go, hey, you're not a man if you don't have this. Look, these are expensive. This is like almost $2,000 you're looking at right here. This is a Cry Precision plate bag with a polyethylene multi-curve plate inside. These plates are very lightweight. It weighs nothing. They're multi-curve. It's very expensive. About $600 for one. And so, you know, that is one thing. You know, if you're going to protect the house, protect your store, you're not going to be, if you don't have this, you don't have these two things here, they go kind of hand in hand here, you know. I just don't see how you can have an AR-15 and not have this. If you think you're going to go to war with just that, you're probably going to get shot and killed. I mean, honestly. A plate carrier, you know, got the medical kit on there, light, fast, got some other stuff in here. We're not going to get into it all. As far as backpacks go and EDC, having a well-rounded EDC to begin with is always a plus. And what do I mean by that? Sorry, I left it over here. A well-rounded EDC, a handgun, you know, concealed carry firearm. This is my Glock 43. This is a Glock. I could give a shit about YouTube's rules. You know, it's a Glock 43, small, lightweight, easy to conceal. And, you know, for me, it's like the best concealed carry firearm you can have. They make, you know, the SIG makes a good one. Dropping stuff all over here. SIG makes a good one. There's a lot of good companies, but for me, I mean, this is just, it's been around forever. I've had it on the channel forever. I've never replaced it. I always carry it, and it's a good gun. Having a well-rounded EDC, a firearm, sure. What do I, you know, EDC could be, you know, your keys, your wallet, your phone, a handgun, a knife, a flashlight, a good flashlight in your EDC. This is an Olight. This thing's been through hell and back. I've had this for years and years now. Still works. Look at that. Still works. Just like it's brand new. This is a great flashlight. It's also a good, you know, put that around there. You can get yourself a little knuckle action, self-defense tool. You can blind the crap out of someone. Pocket knives. You know, there's so many reasons to have a good knife. Outside of the fact that, you know, you can pry things. I wouldn't with this. This is a very expensive Spyderco. Para 2 or Para 3. A good knife. You know, you can carry a multi-tool. Carry a good multi-tool in your EDC. Maybe in your EDC bag, maybe in your truck. Multi-tools are great because they have, one, they have knives and they have pliers and they have all the things a man could want and need in a situation where he may need things to pry and slice. If you want to take it a step further and be Indiana Jones, get yourself a good fixed blade to put in your EDC or carry. Now, I carry this when I go fishing, when I go hiking, when I go camping. This is my Bradford. It's a very good knife, pretty expensive. You know, we don't do cheap stuff on the channel. I don't know what to tell you. Good leather sheath. If I'm going to put something in my EDC bag when I'm going through a protest or riot, which I'm not going to do ever. But you never know. So if I'm just leaving the house for more than an hour, I'll take certain things with me, you know, or more than a few hours. You know, if I'm going into the city, I'm going to take certain things with me. The closest city here is Des Moines. And you got Chicago, Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, all these places. They're just, it's, you know, Chicago maybe, but there's no rioting and looting in Des Moines. Okay? It's just not the cup of tea we do out here in Iowa. Iowa nice, okay? So, outside of having a well-rounded EDC, flashlights, knives, you know, I always carry something like this. This is I just keep it in my truck. I keep it slinged around me. If I'm going to the gym, this is usually on me. I don't like to carry my phone in my pocket. I usually throw my phone in there, my keys, a flashlight. If I'm wearing gym pants and not a belt, I'll throw the Glock in there. You know, I'll stuff it up with some goodies. Maybe a tourniquet. I have a tourniquet in my truck. I'll show you my truck med kit in a second here. But this is just something real good to have. I got, you know, AirPods in there. It's just an EDC, but it's easy to carry your stuff, you know, whatever stuff you need, you know, instead of filling your pockets with a bunch of junk or walking around with a freaking plastic bag like you're a homeless person. Get something nice. This is a Vanquest Detergent. It's very nice. I've had this for years. I have a multicam one too, but I like this one. It's nice and clean, and it's a man purse, okay? That's what it is. So, med kit for the truck. Hi, Mama. Storm wants to say hi. Is here. This is a full-blown trauma kit, just like you've seen on my plate carrier. All right, there's a full-blown trauma kit. That's not a couple of Band-Aids and some gauze. This has tourniquets. This has chest seals. This has a compression needle for tension pneumothorax. It's got all the things that you need for trauma. You know, gunshot, stab wounds. I've seen my dog's been stabbed in the throat and killed. That is when I made a decision to introduce myself to the skill set of medical trauma. My dog bled out to death. So, backpacks, right? What are you going to put in your backpack for a riot? You know, if you're going through a riot. Honestly, this is my favorite one. I'm going to show you a couple, but this is my favorite. This is my EDC backpack right now. I just always keep going back to it. It's this is Recycled Firefighters Battalion. Man, I don't know. 12. It's the small one. 12-inch one. It's just so small and lightweight and thin. I've had this thing at music festivals. This thing has been everywhere with me in the last 4 years, and I absolutely love it. The colorway is ridiculously sick. Even when I'm dressed up, this is a cool looking bag. I mean, it doesn't even matter. It just, you know, throw it in the truck. But what am I going to keep in it, right? There's all kinds of videos. You can look all over YouTube, and guys will put all types of shit in these things. For what? I've been through these situations, and I can tell you, you don't need any of that. All you need is a couple of things. First, a big empty space to put things if you need to. Second, maybe a raincoat. Maybe it's gonna rain. Third, a mask to cover your face from, 1, being on video, 2, being on video, 3, being on video, 4, COVID. We don't need a mask for that. My ladies, my lady friends out there, a pair of sneakers. Put a pair of sneakers in your car. I can't tell you how many girls that I've dated and girlfriends that I've had that don't have, you know, they wear heels to work. You know, my last girlfriend always wore heels to work, never had a pair of freaking sneakers in her car. She would run out to a field to do a report in her bare feet because she didn't have heels on. She was nuts. But hey, you gotta give her props because she would do what she would do to get the shot or get the interview or get whatever she had to do done. But I'm like, dude, you need to get sneakers. Put sneakers. Reporters are supposed to have go bags, by the way. All reporters have go bags. I never got a chance to build her one before shit went down, but anyways. Women, guys, even a pair of sneakers. You know, that's, outside of that, I got a flashlight holder in here for a nice flashlight. I had a bigger one. Oh, here it is. Number one thing I'm going to keep in there is a flashlight. A nice really, really bright flashlight. This is the Olight Seeker 2. Bam! Like, you drill someone with this thing. I mean, just absolutely just pummel someone in the ribs with this, and it's gonna hurt. I'd throw a tourniquet in here. A couple of different ones, you know, whatever. Throw a tourniquet in there. The possibility, you know, you're gonna go across these channels. They're like, oh, you gotta need a fire kit. You're gonna need a water filtration system. You're gonna need this. You're gonna need that. All right, so a fire kit. If you want to throw a fire kit, why not? As long as it's small. What's a fire kit gonna do? The only thing I'm trying to do is get going. So honestly, outside of that, those couple of things in there, and I'm gonna show you one other thing that's cool before I tell you why this bag needs to be empty mainly. But this bag is cool because it has a soft armor shell in it. So, bang, that'll stop. 357. That is a level 3A. Soft shell. You can throw that in your shirt if you want. You can also flip your backpack to the front if you want. You know, the Indiana G.I. Joe, if you want to. Maybe a hoodie. A very large, oversized hoodie. Why? Oversized, why large, why huge? So I can throw it over top of my plate bag and nobody's going to suspect shit. I'm just going to look like some idiot with a hoodie on that's maybe a little thick in his chest, you know? I know it's tempting to throw all that gear on the front of this thing. Don't do it. I'd probably clip this off there if I was in a situation like that. Fast and light. Get your ass home. Now, what else do I need? The main thing that I want in here is water. A couple, like 5 bottles of water will get me, I'll walk 8 hours, 9 hours straight. Okay? Without water, you aren't going anywhere. You have to be hydrated. You can fill this thing up with all kinds of goodies. I have it all. I have it all, guys. You can look back into my videos. I have the filtrations. I have the damn bars, the SOS bars. I have this. Hell, I would even just leave, this thing would be good for me. Because what can I do with this? I can boil water with this thing. It's got a canteen in it. It's got a water filtration kit in it. It's got a fire kit in it. It's got everything just in here. So really, just having this in the truck is better than probably 80% of the people on the planet. Now, people are getting smart at these riots and stuff. You know, you're seeing people with backpacks. They're pulling out homemade masks and all kinds of craziness. For me, you're just not going. But one thing that's really cool about this is my Pathfinder Canteen. All right, a lot of water can go in there. I also have, I believe, some fire tinder. Actually, you know what I do have in here? Hydration. So outside of like basic stuff like that, I'm not keeping anything really in this bag besides, you know, because my EDC is already complete. If you're a well-rounded gentleman, and I say gentleman because we're gentlemen here. We're not out here to make noise. We're not out here to cause ruckus and problems. We're just trying to protect our family and get home safely, okay? We're not out here. This stuff is not to cause problems to people. This is the difference here. You know, you can use this gear wisely or you can use it like a wise ass or an asshole. But we use it because we're prepared individuals and we want to be ready. And I can't stress this enough. You don't need all that other shit that people have in their bags. And hey, if you want to do that, fine. But I'm telling you, I've been through it. You're not going to use it. You're not going to use it. How far do you live from the city? You can judge by. But honestly, what you're going to need is water, maybe a protein bar or two, maybe a Cliff Bar, maybe some hydration mixers, a couple of those SOS bars, the big, you know, ones that have like 400 calories. Those are great. If you think you live 10 miles from the city and you're going to hike home with a plate carrier and a backpack full of shit and an AR-15 and you've never done it before, you got another thing coming to you. You're not going to do it. You're going to make it 2 miles and go, fuck this. My feet hurt. My legs hurt. Call an Uber. You know? So, honestly, I'm putting a couple water bottles in there. You know, I never leave the house without water. If I have to go into a city where this just wouldn't happen because I don't live anywhere near a city. I mean, literally, the closest big city is 6 hours away. So I'm good, right? I'm not going until if their shit's calmed down, sure. But let's just say you live in a city and you have to go into the city. Stuff your bag up with 4 or 5 bottles of water, an oversized hoodie, maybe bring your plate carrier. I'm just doing okay with the soft shell because I'm gonna avoid the ride. I'm not driving through it. I'm not walking through it. There's other ways to take. If you get caught up in some shit, okay, but you can't just start shooting people. I mean, you can if they're threatening your life, but God forbid that happens. I mean, honestly, I just run. I mean, you can see what the government can do when they have an agenda, and it's extremely scary, and I don't want nothing to do with it. So my fucking bitch ass is running. Whatever, man. Call me a pussy. I don't care. I've been through the shit. I know what can happen when the media gets a hold of it. I've been through it. I know what happens. We all know what happens when the government gets a hold of this shit. So leave this at home. This is for home. Hey, baby, look at Daddy's got. Daddy's gonna protect the family with this. All right, you're not gonna protect the homestead with this. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna do it. You need this and 10 more of these, and load them. There's a green tips in there, but I got a bunch of other ones. I got hollow points too. Flashlight, very important to have on your AR-15. Why? Because most people die from gun accidents in their own home because they cannot identify who they're shooting at. Identify your target. Flashlight. Man, I don't know. I just, you know, inspired. Wrangler Star made a video. I'm inspired by it. He inspires me a lot. You know, he's a YouTube buddy. So, I didn't watch what he all had. I know he's got the gun belt. Great idea. Love that. Love the gun belt thing. That's super slick. Really slick idea. He's got his plate bag in a bag kind of like this. This is a great bag to have. This is a direct action. What do I got in here? I probably got about 2,000, a lot of 9mm. This is full of 9mm. That's what that is. Maybe some, yeah, these are all 9mm. There's a couple, probably some AR-15 down there too. We got some Federals. This is an ammo bag. But that's a great idea. You want to throw your plate bag in that, throw a couple things in there, gun belt, war belt, fine. But you know, I'm not bringing my AR to that. This is to protect the homestead. But gentlemen, you have to have this to protect the house. You have to. Especially now. We don't know where these crazies from the city are going to come. They're going to come to the country. If something really bad happened, they're going to come to the country. That's where the food is. Right? So, you know, I don't mean to be a dick. You're a man if you don't have an AR-15. You're just not a man that can protect his family. Simple as that. I mean, whether you are 2A or not, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, left, right, whatever. There's no such thing as left or right. There's only up and down. First person to tell me who said that. I think he was a hockey player. Anyways, make sure maybe even have a backup phone in your bag. You want to take it a step farther. Battery charger. Don't load it up with shit though. This is what, see, it can get, oh, I need this, I need that, I need that. You don't. You need water. You need fucking water and sneakers. That's it. I promise you that's all you need. Really, that's it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll see you in the next one. Really have much else to say about it. You know, I make videos like this a lot. I've made videos like this before I was actually involved in a situation, and then you whip out a bag like this, just packed full of, just literally packed. This is my get home bag. I have tarp, I have a fire extinguisher, I have blankets, you know, I'm over exaggerating, but you know what I mean. You know, you can lace this thing up with tons of extra magazines and, you know, food bars and and battery chargers and med kits and flashlights and just everything in the world that you're not gonna use. You're gonna walk your ass home and you're gonna be hurting when you do it with that big bag like this. This is about as big as I would get. Here's this one compared to it. All right, look at that difference. This is a good one too though. This is the smaller version of that black one. This is a good one too. But this bag in particular, what I don't like about it, or there's things I like about it is it's very organizable. What I don't like about it is it's too organizable. It's too easy to just store it with shit because you can just put little things everywhere. And that's where you get yourself in trouble. So just a big empty bag, boom, throw a couple things in there, mainly water, and you're set. That's all you need, guys. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.